The global isononyl alcohol market reveals a fascinating story of growth, innovation, and subtle complexities that few realize at first glance. Valued at $1.8 billion in 2024, this market is expected to surge steadily at a compound annual growth rate, CAGR, of 4.4%, reaching approximately $2.7 billion by 2034. But here's where it gets controversial. While isononyl alcohol is indispensable to many industries, especially plastics, it also faces significant scrutiny over environmental and regulatory challenges. And this is the part most people miss: the intricate balance between expanding demand and growing concerns. Isononyl alcohol, INA, is a clear, slightly floral-scented, flammable liquid essential as a building block for multiple industrial applications. Its manufacturing process involves hydroformylation of octenes, which are derived from butenes, types of olefins. This supply chain links the INA market to the larger petrochemical sector, which is often vulnerable to geopolitical shifts and resource availability, making the entire market sensitive to global events. The dominant driver behind INA demand lies in the plasticizer industry. INA serves as a precursor for producing plasticizers such as diisonyl phthalate, which imparts flexibility to rigid plastics like polyvinyl chloride, PVC. This is crucial as flexible PVC finds widespread use in automotive parts, construction materials, electrical cables, and consumer goods. However, controversies have escalated around phthalates like DINP due to environmental and health concerns, prompting regulators and manufacturers to look for safer, more sustainable alternatives. This growing apprehension is sparking a shift toward non-phthalate plasticizers like DINCH, diisonyl cyclohexane dicarboxylate, which interestingly also relies on isononyl alcohol as a key component. This dual role, being part of both traditional and emerging plasticizer chemistries, places INA at a fascinating crossroads of market stability and transformation. Additionally, INA's unique chemical properties are generating increased interest beyond plastics, especially in the fragrance, lubricant, and surfactant industries, where its mild aroma and functional attributes add value. Key takeaways highlight a few essential facts. In 2024, the global market was worth $1.8 billion, with projections to reach $2.7 billion by 2034. Growing at 4.4% compound annual growth rate. When categorized by purity, isononyl alcohol with over 98% purity dominated, accounting for nearly 85% of global consumption in 2024. This high purity grade is preferred for its enhanced chemical stability and consistency, critical for sensitive applications where impurities could compromise performance, such as in plasticizers, lubricants, and cosmetics. Breaking down applications, plasticizers represent the lion's share of INA usage, with nearly 69% of the market in 2024. This is no surprise given the massive demand for flexible PVC products globally. Secondary uses include surfactants, lubricants, emollients, and fragrances, though these consume significantly smaller quantities, but require specialized formulations tailored for performance. Delving deeper into purity differences uncovers why over 98% pure INA is favored. It ensures superior product quality, improved durability in plasticizers like DINP, and better safety and sensory profiles in products like fragrances and personal care. For example, in lubricants, the use of high-purity isononyl alcohol improves thermal stability and reduces volatility, essential for automotive and industrial machinery reliability. Their wide applications demand materials that maintain flexibility, resist weathering, and exhibit chemical stability, all qualities INA supports. For instance, flexible PVC made with DINP is critical in automotive interiors, vinyl flooring, and cable insulations, industries that value durability and cost-effectiveness. Nonetheless, the market doesn't exist without constraints. Environmental concerns pose a significant threat, especially due to phthalate-based plasticizers, reputation for potential endocrine-disrupting effects and toxicity. Regulatory bodies, particularly in Europe and North America, have imposed strict guidelines or outright bans on certain phthalates, fueling a need for alternatives. Improper disposal of plastic products using INA-derived plasticizers further exacerbates environmental pollution, especially in marine ecosystems, as noted by a United Nations study detecting these additives in over 90% of marine debris samples. Yet, opportunity beckons beyond traditional uses. The lubricant and fragrance industries are burgeoning markets for isononyl alcohol. In lubricants, INA-derived synthetic esters enhance performance by delivering excellent viscosity, thermal resistance, and eco-friendly biodegradability. These attributes satisfy growing demands in sensitive sectors like marine machinery and forestry equipment. In fragrances, INA's mild scent and solvent properties make it a favored intermediate, improving product longevity and olfactory profiles in perfumes, cosmetics, and personal care goods. Current trends unequivocally favor a transition away from phthalate plasticizers. As regulatory pressures mount, manufacturers are investing in non-phthalate options, such as DINCH, which offer similar flexibility and durability without the adverse environmental and health impacts. DINCH's acceptance in applications requiring high safety standards, like medical devices and children's toys, underscores the market's pivot towards sustainability. However, the INA market remains vulnerable to geopolitical influences. The petrochemical feedstocks underpinning INA production, like butanes and propylene, are tied closely to global oil markets and complicated by regional instability. For example, geopolitical conflicts such as the Russia-Ukraine war disrupted supply chains and caused price volatility, impacting raw material costs and availability. Trade sanctions, export limitations, and transport delays further compound logistical challenges, prompting some producers to consider regional production hubs or alternative supply routes to mitigate risks. Regionally, Asia-Pacific leads the world in INA consumption, accounting for nearly 45% of the global market in 2024. This dominance is fueled by rapid industrialization, expanding automotive manufacturing, and vast construction activities across countries like China, India, Japan, South Korea, and Vietnam. China, in particular, is a significant player due to its large-scale PVC manufacturing industry, which extensively uses DINP plasticizers. The region's access to feedstock, competitive production costs, and growing consumer base further reinforce its pivotal role. Globally, ENA's presence extends across other regions, including North America, Europe, Latin America, and the Middle East Africa, each with unique market drivers, regulatory environments, and consumption patterns. The market's competitive landscape features key players like Evonik Industries AG, known for operating the world's largest INA production plant in Germany, Petronas Chemicals Group Berhad from Malaysia with a strong multi-regional footprint, and Chemical Bull from India, which emphasizes high purity and cost-effectiveness. Other notable participants include TH Neochem, Unilong Industry, Nanya Plastics Corporation, Alpha Chemical, Ensins Industry, Haihang Industry, and ExxonMobil Corporation. These companies represent a mix of specialty chemical producers, integrated petrochemical firms, and regional manufacturers.